It's the Melchizedek News Hour.
Shalom, family. Come on in. It's time for the Melchizedek News. How is everyone today on this Thursday, November 7th? Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
the Melchizedek News Hour.
I see you there, Brother Yosef the Elect. I know you're busy working in your workshop. Good to see you. Come on in to the Melchizedek News, family. I am your sister Taya. All praises to the Most High. He's worthy to be praised today. Yes, come on into my live chat. Yes. It's good to see you, Sister Adaya. I know, it's been a long time. All praises to the Most High to see you, my sister. All praises, Brother Yosef. I'm amped, y'all, this afternoon. I'm about to go hard. I'm trying to do like 3 videos in a row. We gonna see, but that's my plan, to do 3 videos in a row. And I'm about to start now with the news, because you know it's so much going on in the headlines. Come on in, y'all, today. All praises to the Most High. Worthy to be praised. He is worthy to be praised. Yes, he is. No matter what's going on in this world. Shalom and Aloha, family. I am your sister Chaya. That's right. I'm broadcasting live from Maui, Hawaii. That's right. Maui, Hawaii, holding it down for the islands. And I have my sidekick, my ride along is my husband, Brother Yosef. And we send y'all much aloha from the rainbow state of Hawaii. Most people think Hawaii is like, you know, one big island, but it's several islands. It's 8 islands that make up the Hawaiian Islands. So, and then there's a lot of small islands. So all praises to the Most High. If you're new to my channel, this is the Melchizedek Network, the network that represents for the King of Kings. That's right, the true Messiah. Many in the world, they know him by Jesus Christ. Some may know him as Yahusha, Yeshua, Yahushai, Motza the Lamb, King of Kings. He is all that and some. So put some respect on his name. That's right. Put some respect on his name. Speaking of respect, this channel is one that respects all people. You know, the Melchizedek Network, we represent peace, love, unity, and respect for all people. That's what this channel is all about, bringing us all together in unity, because that's what's needed. As a matter of fact, when I get done bringing you these headlines, I'm going to be talking more about unity. That's right. I got some lessons and some information that I'm going to bring. So as I said, I'm doing 3 in a row. And let me see if I can find this one. I'm going to go. Last week, I talked about Matthew chapters 5, 6, and 7, which make up the fullness of the gospel. So today I'm going to be bringing you part 2. Yes. Part 2 of 3 videos on the next lesson with Sister Chaya, understanding the fullness of the gospel. And I'm going to be reading from the restored version. And today we're going to be covering chapter 6. Hallelujah. Chapter 6. This is part 2 of 3. So after I'm done with the news headlines, I pray that you can stay along for that, because it will be quite edifying. I pray that it gives you some strength, because we all need strength in this hour with so many things that are going on in the world, right? We all need some strength right now. We need some encouragement, and we truly need the word of the Most High. Sending love and kisses and much aloha to my family over in the Midwest. And thank you to all those brothers and sisters that text me or you called me with your condolences to losing my uncle. Yes, and we know that tomorrow's not promised for any of us. One thing about when somebody passes away, it makes you really reflect on your own life. You know, the goal when someone passes away is to bring you closer to the Father and an understanding of why we are here. And so I hope that for those that stick around, you'll get some edification on the 2 videos coming after this. All praises. All praises. So I am going to start, as I always do, with the weather, with these Melchizedek headlines, because there is a lot of activity, man. And when I tell y'all, the weather just doesn't let up, right? It is catastrophic things going on with the weather right now, and the sun is just busy. The sun is overactive. The sun right now is producing what's called coronal mass injections. They're coming left and right, and that is affecting the Earth's core. We're having a lot of activity with the earthquakes, the hurricanes. We got Hurricane Raphael now doing some damage. We just had Helene and a few others. I can't keep up with the names at this point. I can't keep up with the names. So I'm going to start with the weather. And before I do, let me see if I got a scripture, or how about a precept of the day, because that always starts things off right. You know, we're at the brink of this WW3. So how about we start with some precepts regarding war and how our Father sees these things, you know, because man is doing a lot in this moment. But what does the Father command us and teach us about war? Because we are definitely at the door and at the brink of major collision with a number of countries. Let's get a precept of the day, shall we?
Family, this is Sister Chaya the Elect with a word of wisdom from the sealed portion, chapter 27, verses 77 and 78. And there have not been a time when there have not existed these wars and rumors of wars, according to the desires of Satan. And those of you that shall receive these things shall read of some of the great wars that have existed among the children of men and among the nations of the earth. And there is no such thing as a righteous war. Yes, there is no such thing as a war that was started and blessed by the Father. For behold, God would never command his children to kill one another. But these wars are caused by the god of this world, who is Satan. And it is Satan that hath blessed these wars and given power to one nation to destroy another. And that is your Melchizedek News precept of the day.
Absolutely. Who is the one that comes to kill, steal, and destroy? You know him. He has many names. And he is the one that is condoning war. And we are at the brink of that, family. It's a lot to be thankful for, and it's a lot to be vigilant about in this hour. Let's start with the weather. A lot of things going on around the world. Around the world. It's not just America, but around the world. Especially in the Caribbean. The islands have just been getting tore up, you all. So I'm gonna spend a little time talking about the weather, because it's a lot that's going on and it's a lot that's coming. All praises to the Most High.
I've got one that can see.
You doggone right you do.
This is the second hurricane landfall for the island nation in just several weeks. With it being a Cat 3, you can imagine it brings everything We have storm surge impacts. We have strong wind impacts. In fact, the winds at landfall from Hurricane Raphael marked at 115 miles per hour. That internal pressure going down to 956. So we saw some deepening and strengthening right before it made landfall yesterday afternoon. That landfall happening at 4:15 in western Cuba. Now, Southwest Florida and the Florida Keys definitely feeling indirect impacts from this major Category 3 hurricane. Even this morning, we have some outer rain bands that are brushing the Florida Keys. Gusty winds, tornadoes are possible, but no warnings to pass along at this time. Meanwhile, this is what we have seen with the history, the wind and also the internal pressure. We are noticing that the pressure is coming up.
Okay, enough about the pressure. What we know is Hurricane Raphael is doing some damage. But what I like to show you all, because that's in the Gulf and what may be coming, Cat 2, Cat 3, they don't know. At this point, I feel like the meteorologists, they can't keep up because, you know, things are being manipulated. So everything is not what it seems. And they're getting these reports. They really cannot tell us, you all, what's going on. Everything that's happening right now really is in the hands of the Most High, as it always is, as it always is. Speaking of that same hurricane, Hurricane Raphael, it really hit Cuba quite hard. And I wanted to show you all because, you know, Cuba is going through a lot because they've been having like major power outages over the last really few months. But check this out. More footage on the weather.
Welcome back. Fox Weather is your Hurricane HQ, and breaking right now on Fox Weather, Raphael has made landfall in western Cuba in the province of Artemisa. It had winds at 115 miles per hour. I'm reading this bulletin. It just came in from the National Hurricane Center. They called that landfall 3 minutes ago, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, a major hurricane at 115 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure at 956 millibars. You were just looking at.
So that's a Cat 3. Did you hear those winds? 115 miles per hour. That's a strong hurricane. You know, sounds like what had hit Florida and North Carolina. But the country of Cuba is going through so much. I want y'all to see this clip from just a couple of weeks ago.
Tonight, Cuba is a country in crisis. At least 10 million across the communist nation without power for the second time in 24 hours after one of the island's major power plants failed on Friday. The blackout putting angry residents closer to the brink of catastrophe amid repression and already growing shortages of clean water, fuel, and food. Because there is no one who can stand this, says this visibly frustrated resident. Regime officials blaming the problem on aging, crumbling infrastructure, already the source of.
Do y'all see what's going on in Cuba? Do you see how bad Cuba is looking, like the infrastructure there? Look at your future, because that's how America is going to be looking very soon. It's already looking like that in a lot of the major cities. I know many of y'all can testify to that. It does. I mean, the roads have not been kept. And then all of these natural disasters that we're getting, fires, floods, continuing with the weather. California right now, and this is like really right now a fire emergency over in Southern California. Let me give you all some quick updates on what's going on for those of you that do not know what's currently happening in California. As you come into the live chat, click the like button. Those of you watching from Facebook, thank you for watching. I see you there, Jerry Newbies. Good to see you, family. Hit the like if you want. If you're on Facebook, you can come over to the YouTube chat because there's others over here. I like to interact with those that watch the Melchizedek Network. That's right. All praises to the Most High. Let's get a look at what's going on in California, you all.
And good morning, Shelby. I'm Megan P. at the WKRN.com alert desk with breaking news. Thousands evacuating in Southern California as powerful winds fuel a fast-moving wildfire. This new video showing first responders rushing to control the so-called mountain fire, using helicopters there to drop water. Governor Gavin Newsom says more than 10,000 people have been driven out of their homes as some 3,500 structures are threatened by the blaze. Ventura County fire officials said last night the fire was 0% contained. 2 people were taken to the hospital.
Did y'all hear that? 0% contained at this moment. Over 14,000 acres scorched. thousands of people having to evacuate, thousands of structures in danger. Yeah, buildings, people's businesses, homes, livelihoods. We continue to see this. That's why I asked the question yesterday. What do you think is going to be the direct result of all these businesses being lost, homes, cars, livelihoods? Do you think the insurance companies can really pay out on all these losses that we are seeing? Continuing with a little more coverage on Southern California in this hour.
In California, a race to save homes and evacuate residents as a massive fire continues to burn, spanning thousands of acres. ABC's Lionel Moise reports on the rescue efforts as fire crews try to get the mountain of fire under control.
Do what you need to do to save lives.
Fire crews racing to get the fast-moving mountain fire under control. The fire burning 14,000 acres, with Ventura County, California under an extremely critical wildfire warning.
Well, these fast-moving flames are threatening thousands of homes and businesses, with at least 14,000 residents told to evacuate.
The fire leaving a path of destruction, scorching structures.
The stuff that the memories are made out of.
First responders going door to door rescuing trapped elderly residents, some in wheelchairs.
Firefighters were right off the bat engaged in pulling people out of their houses and saving lives.
Every helicopter, every fixed-wing aircraft, everything we've been able to get a hold of is here fighting this fire, and it is moving at a dangerous rate of spread.
Video showing the sky in Camarillo blanketed in thick black smoke and massive flames raging, and aerial video showing homes.
Y'all seeing this, family? This is a serious situation. We are seeing so much in this hour. This is an hour to draw near to the Most High. We are in a critical hour. I know a lot of times for people, it's like out of touch, out of mind, if it's not at your door. But, we need to be praying for other people too. It's not about just you. Shalom there, Fabi Rosso, I believe, there in the live chat over at Facebook. We need to be praying for others. Absolutely, sister. Wow, the black smoke, no joke. Southern California. Yep. Southern California right now. Thousands of acres, many people being evacuated. And then we have, like I said, the Gulf. Cuba is going through it. It's not just about you and your family. We should be praying for this earth right now, asking that those of us that follow the scriptures, we know that the Most High said that there is judgment on this earth, but we can also pray and ask the Father for peace too. We can ask Father to help those. Why should we not be praying though in this hour? Ask him to keep who is his, One more thing I saw regarding these storms. Did anybody know that it was already snowstorms happening over in New Mexico and Colorado? So look at this. We're just at the beginning of November, and already we have a hurricane down in the Gulf, and maybe one behind it. California is back to having those catastrophic fires. And I'm telling you, I looked at a lot of this footage in California. Definitely looks orchestrated. Reminded me of the fires in Maui, Hawaii, and Lahaina. Yeah, looking very suspect what's going on because, they have all kind of technology. But we also have a snowstorm. There's one in New Mexico and in Colorado. Check this out.
This unprecedented winter storm bringing dangerous conditions on the road as well as impacting power.
That's right. News 13's Gabe Chavez is live just north of Santa Fe tonight with conditions there right now and what's being done to help people get through this storm. Gabe?
Well, Dean and Jess, on our way up to Santa Fe today, it was very hard to see. Visibility was low on the way going north. The roads were slick. We did hit some icy patches, so a little dangerous driving up north and into New Mexico. Now, as Grant had mentioned, that snowstorm is here in areas like Las Vegas and Santa Fe are experiencing its impact.
Stay off the roads. The roads are really slick.
He said Las Vegas too. Woo, he said Las Vegas even getting parts of that. I saw a comment in the live chat there. Jerry Newby said that he's in Jamaica right now, and that storm didn't do anything to it. All praises. Didn't touch Jamaica. Looks like Cuba is really having it. Sister Ruette said, we haven't seen snow in years. Well, they're definitely seeing snow right now in New Mexico and in Colorado. Here's information coming out of Colorado.
Thanks so much. Let's get over to First Alert Weather and First Alert Chief Meteorologist Dave Aguilera joining us tonight. Dave, we've got a First Alert Weather Day tomorrow.
We do indeed, and the action has already started, not just in the voting booth, but outside. It is pouring in downtown Denver. We've got rain mixed with snow, and take a look at the radar. We've got snow coming into the mountains, snow across the plains, and it started out as mostly rain within the last hour out over the northeast back into the city, but it's quickly changing over to snow in and near the foothills, and some of that's already moving into downtown Denver. So our storm is underway, and we've got.
I know we got a number of brothers and sisters over there in Colorado. I know Sister Pam is in Aurora. What's going on over there in Colorado, brothers and sisters in Colorado? Y'all seeing snow already on this November 7th? A little early, right? It lets you know that the sun is truly doing some things right now. I'm telling y'all, these coronal mass ejections are really affecting everything. You know, I was wondering when I saw some of this this weather from across the country, if it had anything to do with this plane crash in Arizona. Said 5 dead following a plane crash in Arizona. I was like, wow. Family, click the like button as you come into the live chat. That's all I ask here on the Melchizedek Network. Also, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that so much from you all. Let's get some footage here out of Arizona.
Officials in Mesa, Arizona say that 5 people are now confirmed dead after a plane crash Tuesday afternoon. Only one person was said to be survived here, this horrible crash, and is in the hospital right now recovering from burn injuries. A small Honda Jet slammed into a car on the highway, leading to a devastating scene of billowing smoke and flames. We're hearing from a 911 call released after this accident, as well as what one witness saw nearby.
This is an airplane crash off the end of the runway, and it is fully involved on Greenfield.
We did hear and feel the effect of the crash, as well as smell all the fuel. It was a shock. You know, I've never been so close to that type of smoke before.
The victims who died have now been.
Man, devastating. That was in Mesa, Arizona. I actually have a daughter who lives, my oldest daughter lives in Mesa, Arizona, because I have family, immediate family in Arizona. So, man, prayers and condolences to those. There's so much going on. Y'all know I've been reporting that it's been all kind of just plane crashes left and right. Planes just falling out of the sky. And I'm sure that's going to continue, and it's going to get much, much worse. Those of you that are just joining me right after this video that I'm doing with the news headlines, I'm actually going to be going into 2 other videos, and I'm going to be doing one that particularly is talking about the LGBTQ community and how they need salvation as well, how we shouldn't isolate and, you know, do any type of division, how we should be, you know, light bearers right now and bringing this gospel to all people, no matter what their lifestyles are and how they're living. The gospel is for all. And so I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm also going to be bringing out part 2 of Matthew, the fullness of the gospel. Matthew's part 2. And that's going to be coming out of chapter 6 of the restored version of the book of Matthew. That's in the back of the sealed portion is where that restored version is. Understanding the fullness of the gospel. It's going to be a good message. Just want to break down some things, you know, that I have found that have been beneficial to my life and may be beneficial to you. Maybe it will have you look at these scriptures in a different way, you know, or, you know, just might get some more understanding. You know, the word is the gift that keeps giving. That's every time you read it, you just get something more. That's what I love about the word. It just is so powerful in so many ways, gives you strength. And man, and we need that. Shalom there, Brother Durrell. Good to see you. Much love, much respect. And as we say here on the Melchizedek Network, real love, real respect. Absolutely. Some of y'all caught me yesterday. I was doing a little venting about this whole presidential selection that we just had. And I was asking, what did we just watch? What did we just witness? Because, you know, that whole theater situation, it was off the charts, wouldn't it, y'all? This whole presidential campaign, it's been just a hot mess. That's the only way you can describe it. It's been a hot mess. I mean, from the beginning. I mean, you had, you know, the Republican Party, they was bringing out Hulk Hogan and Amber Rose at their convention. And then the Democrats tried to outdo them. They brung out Meg Thee Stallion. They even went out and got Beyonce, Cardi B, J-Lo. They was giving all the heavy hitters. You know, a lot of people been reporting. It's really interesting that all these heavy hitters, you know, they kind of attached to what's going on with this Diddy situation. But, you know, that's speculation. That's speculation. And allegedly, absolutely, Fabi Rosso said, yep, I try to stay away from it. Yeah, it was so much going on with that. It was a mess. It was theater. I always say the world is a stage. I got a lot of laughs out of it. I don't know about y'all, but I got a lot of laughs. But I did find this interesting, family, because, you know, Mr. Trump, I guess, who is the president-elect, Mr. Trump, it's interesting how he was giving so many kudos to all these men and women, you know, that have worked on his campaign and, you know, all this, but he didn't really emphasize on the current situation at hand, the current emergency, which is all these people that are suffering as a result of losing their homes down there in Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, with all of these floods, all of these disasters, these fires. You know, he was just like, we're going to make America great again, which I always say America was never great. And I'm sure you in the chat agree with me. When was America great? How about never? How about can you get a refund from Ukraine so you can write some checks to the people of America that need it? Because these insurance companies, they don't got no money. And, you know, FEMA over here talking about they out of money. They talking about we broke. So how you going to help the people? They should have been talking about while he was doing his little acceptance speech and all this and that about writing some checks, how they can immediately help people, not down the road. How about right now, some immediate help? But, you know, they can't do it because they all working for we know who, Hasatan, the wicked one. Yes, absolutely. Shalom, Sister Risha. Speaking of that, I brought that up about this whole presidential selection because I want to talk about the fact that they said Elon Musk, his net worth soared right after this election situation. Him and Trump getting together. You know, they got some business that they doing behind closed doors. You know, he finna put him on his team, make him a member of his cabinet to do some things, to do some dark and twisted things, you know, which they're gonna make it seem like they doing some things to help. But you know, family, when they say peace and safety, I'm gonna play that. What's going on with Mr. Elon Musk and his net worth increasing right after this Trump situation.
Following Donald Trump's victory in the recent U.S. elections, billionaire Elon Musk saw his net worth surge by $26.5 billion. This brings his wealth to $290 billion. And this is according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Now, this increase was driven by a sharp rise in Tesla shares, which climbed 14.75% over the 2 days.
It sounds like to me it's some dirty business going on. Yeah, they said that his net worth increased by over 25%. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know, let me see. I had brought out some of my archives. Let me pull them up for you all. Because a lot of people think that Elon Musk is just so credible. Let me get him here. Let me get him. Let me show you. Let me put him up. Let me put up the document for you, family. Here it is. Put them up. Put them on the stage. I got to get the document. Hold on, y'all. There we go. I call him Mr. Elon Baphomet Musk because a lot of people have seemed to have forgotten that this man is a puppet. He's a head puppet. For the fallen watchers. Yes, he is. This was when he did his little Halloween. He was like, oh, it's just a costume, even though they, you know, they like to operate in plain sight. But look at him. He got the upside down cross. He just letting you know who he is. Ain't no costume. No, this is who I am. I'm gonna come as the Baphomet. Who does that? That's ethical. Yeah. And this the same person that's finna be in charge of a lot of things going on in America, like underground things, doing stuff for Trump. Shalom, Sister Carmen. It's good to see you. Yes. Fabi Rosso said, it's all about the money. It's about money and wickedness, wicked agenda. It's all about distorting men. And this other picture down here, that's his mother with her one-eye symbolism, looking like the top witch that she is. So you got wizard and witch, but these are the people that Trump is putting on his cabinet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give them a position. What exactly is Mr. Elon Musk about to be doing is the question, brothers and sisters. That's what I really want to know. What is he about to be doing? I don't think it's anything that's really to our benefit. As a matter of fact, let me bring out this other article. Anybody see this? They've been talking about it a lot the last couple of days. This is a gentleman, Chauncey Clover, newscaster that passed away. I'm bringing this out for a reason. Check this out, y'all.
Difficult story we need to bring you tonight as we pause from our election coverage to share this news. We learned this afternoon that KCBS KCAL anchor and a former member of our ABC family, Chauncey Glover, has died unexpectedly at the age of 39. Chauncey Glover was an anchor at KCBS KCAL for a year. Before that, he was an anchor at KTRK TV. That's our sister station in Houston. Glover dedicated much of his free time to helping others. He started the Chauncey Glover Project in Houston, dedicated to teaching young men acts of kindness and leadership. His commitment to that project.
Beautiful young man, 39 years of age. And they said, oh, just unexpectedly. That's what we keep hearing, right? Unexpectedly. I want to bring up a document here. And I need y'all to read between the lines. I won't be able to say certain things because, you know, Mr. AI always tries to regulate, but you can't regulate the Melchizedek network. You know, you can try, but I work for the king. I want to bring this up, family. This is a document. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this right here. I talked about this the other day, but I want to show y'all something that's watching, those in my live chat. We have a lot of people right now passing away unexpectedly, suddenly. You know, they're not listing the cause of death. And I just want to show y'all, I've been kind of keeping up with this situation. You know, it's near and dear to me. It's quite personal. It has affected my family in a tremendous way. We lost, you know, my only son. I have a stepson. Brother Joseph has a 20-year-old as well. That's JJ. We have him. But my son was 29. And I lost him, you know, suddenly and unexpectedly. And I've been quite vocal, but I'm really wanting to stay on the heads of these wicked leaders. I don't want anybody to lose sight in the elephant in the room. You know, what's really going on here. The genocide that we find ourselves in that nobody really wants to talk about. You want to talk about distractions, family? You want to really know why all these major distractions with Diddy and everybody else, even this election, because we're dealing with a situation of a global genocide right now. Right here on the screen, this is the country of Japan. Notice what they've did. They've been experiencing so much cancers with an S that they had to pull certain things. That's why they're documenting. I want to show you something. I'm going to go through this slide, family, because I've been keeping up with all this. And I want to give y'all some knowledge and some edification, if I may. If I may. So you may be hearing a lot in the headlines about different people. As a matter of fact, I want to pull up this other one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up another one that I prefer. 1 second, family. I got one that's got even more detail. Because there's a lot going on. And those in the live chat, feel free to put your comments. I'm looking for a document because I feel like this is important and I want to share it with you. Give me 1 second. Because I updated this because when I saw that death with that young man, here it is. Give it a second to load, family. When I saw that beautiful young man in the prime of his life at 39, of course, you know, that's always going to strike a chord with me. And the world is just burying their heads in the sand. And of course, the mainstream news media, they don't want to talk about any of this. Any of this. And left and right, we're seeing headlines of people just dropping. And a lot of times nobody knows, what did they drop from? What was the cause? Because it's so much going on, from the cancers to the heart attacks, so much. So let me pull up this document that's loading right now, family. Because I do want to show you all. There is a book that I want you to see, because you can get this book on Amazon, and they've tried to talk really bad about this book. They tried to talk really bad about it. See if I can show it here. Yep. There we go. I'm just going to bring this up. I want you to see some of the headlines. That's my beautiful son right there. I can't necessarily read it out loud, but you all can see what's going on, that a certain company is supposedly being sued. Texas. These are things I've been researching and pulling up. There's another lawsuit right there. Another headline. And this is the list. You know, just people all of a sudden, this rise in all this these cancers. And if it's not cancer, look at the ages. Look at the ages on the people. This is what I want to bring out. The ages. There I go. Want to be on. I know a lot of people got their thoughts about O.J. Simpson, but it's just the fact. Prostate cancer. And a lot of people we know have taken that thing right there. So look at the ages on people. A lot of people probably would still be here. You know, Tito Jackson. You know, they said Tito Jackson had a heart attack at the wheel while he was driving. Did anybody remember this lady here? Wanda Smith. It was a little Jonan contest, or should I ribbon her and Cat Williams? They was going at each other. 58 years old. 58. Just recently. A lot of people. UNC football player. Lung cancer. 23 years old. Another football player. Another track star. Look at Mutombo. A lot of people remember the basketball player Mutombo. Brain cancer. 58. Louis Gossett Jr. just passed. He had been living just a lively life. James Earl Jones passed. A lot of people. This particular guy, Rich Homie Kwame, I said the rapper, they said that might have been an accidental, you know, OD. A lot of cancer. Even the country singer, Toby Keith, I think it was 58. The guy that did that McDonald's documentary telling us about how unhealthy Mickey D's was. When the documentary where he ate McDonald's for, I think it was, I don't even know how long it was, a year or something like that. Carl Weathers from the Rocky movie. Cancers. A lot going on. Anybody know that Martin Luther King's son, Dexter King, passed away? A lot of headlines, a lot of people been missing and didn't even know that these people had passed away. Yep. Carl Weathers is saying, who's that? Dexter King. 62 years old, 62 years young, rather, I should say. That's very young. Whitney Houston's mother. A lot been going on, y'all. Anybody used to be a fan of Days of Our Lives? Mm-hmm. Remember Marlena? In Bo, what was it? Marlena, and I can't think of the husband's name, but I remember him from Days of Our Lives. Dies at 70, pancreatic cancer. Look at the track star. Former world champion family. 26 years old. Was complaining about his stomach. Something's not right here. They're not telling people something. Look, high school senior, 18. This was October 8th. Dies after collapsing at the finish line of a half marathon. This is the elephant in the room nobody wants to talk about. 6th grader. Oh, yeah. AI, they're going to be upset. Oh, well. 6th grader, reportedly, passed away after medical event. A 6th grader from playing basketball, just playing basketball. What's going on? A college cross-country runner, the young lady, 23 years old, cardiac arrest. For those of you that are watching, that's what my son passed away. Yeah, cardiac, 29. Just out of nowhere, been healthy all his life. Healthy athlete, was actually doing amateur boxing. And boom, ruled his death a natural death. Natural death at 29 caused by sudden cardiac arrhythmia. Yeah, a lot of these are getting diagnosed with that. 23 years old, family. What's going on? Anybody catch that one? I put this one in there, that tech CEO. I thought something was fishy about that. People are having all kind of accidents. The tech CEO, look at that. It says, fell 200 feet to his, in Zion National Park, father of 4. I was like, what was that about? Hurricane Helene survivor passes away. It says that she had a heart attack. The family tried to call 911. This was during Hurricane Helene and couldn't reach 911. This is what's really going on out here. We are in a detrimental time. It is time for people to get close to the Most High. We need him right now in this hour. Did anybody know that the girl, it was a choreographer, 62, that danced for Prince? Prince's sister just passed away too. His actual blood sister, Prince, the musician, his sister just passed away at 64. I just saw that. Beautiful young lady right there. Look at that. TikTok star, 26 years old. It's a lot going on, family. And I can keep going on and on and on. Mariah Carey, her mother and her daughter, her mother and her sister, rather, passed away on the same day. Same day. I've been keeping up with these headlines. Look at this boxer. UFC. Some people may know of him. This UFC gentleman. What's his name? They called him Bombo. 38 years old. He was probably in impeccable health. Boxer. Yeah. I saw this story. Mom with terminal cancer, 30, passed away after raising $1 million for her funeral. She knew that she was passing away because her cancer was so aggressive that she put a GoFundMe up and she raised $1 million to leave for her kids. How sad, right? At 30 years old. How sad. This is what the mainstream news media doesn't want to talk about. But we're going to talk about the reality of what is happening right now in this hour to wake the people up. It is time. Beautiful people just leaving out of here left and right. 27 years old. 27 years old. Influencer. And then Chauncey Prince Singer. There's more, family. So much. Meanwhile, they want to bring out Beyonce and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, all that. They little conventions and, treat us like we're ignorant because the American people have been dumbed down. That's where we're at. We're disconnected from reality. We've been dumbed down and we don't care about what's critically happening right now in this hour. At least we act like we don't. It's time to pray for all, family. Where's the scripture? A couple of scriptures here because this is the Melchizedek order. because they're saying things is okay right now. You know, when they say in First Thessalonians 5:3, for when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they should not escape. That's the hour that we're in. All praises. We need some encouragement. Luke 6:31 and 32. And just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise. That's what we should be doing. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Hallelujah. I see a comment. Yes. House full of elephants, Sister Ruiz said. Meanwhile, did you see the other night how Kamala, I be calling her Scamala. You saw how she didn't want to concede, you know. She went to do it on the low and left all the people that had worked for her campaign and everything. She left them hanging. She didn't even get all the people together and say, thank you all for rallying for me. She just cut out. She waited till the next day. I don't know if that was like embarrassment because, you know, Sister Chaya feels like all this is a stage. It's all theater. 2 wings on the same bird, 2 cheeks on the same ass, all working for the enemy. Yes, the perfect scenario being brought together. But check this out.
And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together.
Family, have we not heard all this before? All these people, whether it's Trump, Kamala, Biden, Obama, they all talk like politicians. They get nothing done. And it's amazing to me that it was so many people that were excited the other night. I seen just of all nationalities, especially a lot of copper-colored folks, but all nationalities. They're like, Trump's going to make America great again. It's so much hope in a man. This is the hour your hope needs to be in the Most High, not man, because man cannot change the situation that we find ourselves in. That situation can only be changed by repentance. Hallelujah. And coming back to the Most High. He already told us, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because you have rejected knowledge. Whose knowledge? Knowledge of the Most High. Living by this true gospel and this wisdom of the doctrine of the Most High is the only thing that's going to help us. Living by it, abiding in it. That's right. Being obedient. He says, I will reject you. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Yes. Sister Russ said, I was excited she didn't win. At the end of the day, they had to pick one of the lesser evils, right? At the end of the day, it's all orchestrated. My vote is for the Most High. I have no energy for any of it. I didn't care either way who won. Didn't have a feeling about it, actually, at all. Because I already know that all this is being orchestrated. This is an agenda against the people. These people are working together to destroy us. That's what's really going on. But I did find this rather amusing. They've been going in on her since this whole this loss and defeat to Trump. And I've been enjoying that part. So let me get something a little funny for you all, because I enjoyed this.
My campaign is like the Sabrina Carpenter song, Espresso. The lyrics are vague, but the vibe slaps. I am so happy to be campaigning in whatever swing state I'm in, which I will just refer to as Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia.
Well, it's good to be back in Pittsburgh.
Well, look who fell out of that coconut tree.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Well, let me tell you something. If you start talking nonsense to me, I'm going to hit you with one of these. And if you try to enter my home, I will shoot you.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
But it's like I say to my husband, Doug, when he leaves his phone at the Chili's. We are not going back.
But America, we are not going back.
Oh my goodness, people. That lady that plays her on Saturday Night Live, what's her name? Maya Randolph. She is so good playing Kamala. She plays a lot of different characters. She's just good in general. But that is highly entertaining. As a matter of fact, when I grabbed that, it showed the best of her playing Kamala, and y'all thought that was funny. This one right here, this is really funny. You know, we gotta have some way to lighten ourselves up with everything that's going on in this world, because it's really funny, really, because it's theater. Because we know the end result. We know the king got this, but they're really a joke and they're deceived. But check this out from Saturday Night Live. This is the best that she did.
The Democratic Party needs to stop taking black women for granted. Specifically, one black woman. Me.
What if Joe Biden gets implicated in this Ukraine scandal in some way?
Oh, no. That would be terrible. Not Joe Biden.
We were just going out for dinner. Then he got down on one knee. And that's when I knew that he needed help up.
That's right. The senator from California is present.
We're not going to stand here and gloat.
Well, maybe.
We're not rubbing our victory in everybody's face.
But like just a tiny bit?
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Gonna tell my kids this was Michelle Obama.
Oh boy. Saturday Night Live, they nail it every time. They nail it every time. Right, Sister Risha? Hey, at least we can say we got some pure entertainment out of this whole presidential election. It's a lot more to come, y'all. So keep your popcorn. Hey, be ready, because there's a lot more theater coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. Before I go here, one more thing I saw in the headline I wanted to show y'all. Did anybody see this? Is this movie already out? It says from 2 months ago. But you know, right now, if you are not on your P's and Q's spiritually and you don't have your discernment on 100, you can be deceived right now, because these movies that are coming out, did anybody see this? What is this? Planet Riz Q, this trailer. Is this something that's coming on Netflix or at the movies? But for those of you that haven't saw this clip, it's only 2 minutes. I want to show y'all this because, man, the puppets of Satan out here going hard to deceive people. Man, all-time deception. Check this out, y'all. Family, this is an hour to be vigilant of the devices of Hasatan, Satan, his minions. They're putting a lot out here. You know that the enemy loves to mix the truth with his lies. And a lot of people, especially copper colored folks, people like to follow a lot of the ancient ways. They're doing it again. A lot of people are going to be deceived out here in this hour if they are not in this truth and purging these scriptures and walking in love. They're going to be led to believe a lie. There's so much going on. And, you know, man, exactly. They love to entertain you, but notice who they're targeting. That's right. Very much weird. But they know exactly what they're doing. It's a lot of people are into a lot of new age beliefs, and it's nothing really new because they're just following the old ways of the Egyptians. And it's a lot that they're trying to deceive people on. It is really a time to be in your scriptures. I was going to see if I had a scripture for that, because it's so much that they're deceiving on. I wanted to see something over here. Yes, y'all in the live chat, did y'all see that? What's your thoughts on that? Is that something that's coming on Netflix? Because that was the first time that I saw that. Absolutely nothing new under the sun. Shalom, they're honoring the Most High. It's good to see you. Welcome to the Melchizedek. Hit the like button as you come in to the live chat. Good scripture here because so much is going on. Let me put it on the screen. For those who set their eyes on the spirit, for those who live according to the flesh, to set their flesh, they set their minds on things of the flesh. That's right. But those who live according to the spirit, the things of the spirit, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Man, Romans 8:5-6, it is peace. Life, it is. It's life and peace. So much. People, don't be deceived in this hour. Stay in the books. I know I got family members and people get to study in history just too much, and they put history as a priority. In history, yes, and the gospel definitely go hand in hand. But what comes first is that gospel. You need to learn the truth of the gospel. That's why I wanted to continue with that part 2 of Matthew, the fullness of the gospel with Matthew chapter 6 when I get off of these headlines, because so many people, we need to stay in the words. Something else here. I'm sorry if I was reading. Scripture there. I want to put that one up there. Give me 1 second, you all. All praises to the Most High for the reading of his word. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses? So we see it so much. There we go. 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17. New Living. All scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. It corrects us when we are wrong. And man, it's so many people going to the left right now because it's easy to do. It's easy to do. I'm leaving, right? Nothing new under the sun. It's not. People are falling right back into the old ways, following all the other nations and all these backwards things. Remember, he makes good evil and evil good. He mixes lies with the truth, and that's what he's doing with so many movies. And when I say he, I'm talking about the enemy. Before I leave out, I got something else funny for y'all. One more before we leave out of these Melchizedek News headlines. We right up on the hour, the Melchizedek News hour. What's the last one I got? I saw this, you all, and I'm telling y'all, I couldn't help but to laugh because, you know, I'm goofy like that. But this is funny, y'all. And this is in Sydney, Australia. This was so funny to me. They said that they got mystery black balls. They washing up on the ocean and they trying to figure out what are they. I had to share with you all.
Well, the mystery surrounding the black balls-shaped debris which have washed up on beaches in Sydney's east has been solved, but Coogee residents are still being kept off the sand. Jack Hahn has the details.
Hazmat crews have returned here to Coogee Beach this morning to continue cleaning up hundreds of black balls. You can see them down there in the distance wearing bright orange jumpsuits with those plastic bags. They are using that to shovel up the debris and remove it from the beach. This was a discovery that puzzled locals. Hundreds of black balls washing up on a popular beach, seemingly out of nowhere. But the EPA have confirmed that the discovery is tar balls, likely from an oil spill from a cargo ship.
We googled it and we heard oil bowls.
Tar balls?
So
Something
tar
like
balls,
that?
yeah, but not sure where from.
Is it a bit random to have black balls washing up at a beach?
Really random, especially at Coogee.
It's random that they're only really coming into Coogee as well. But this beach attracts tar balls like the two of us, so what can you do?
Once the balls have been put into bags, it's expected that they'll be removed from Coogee Beach. But for the meantime, this popular strip of sand remains closed.
Sister Ruette, you know when I see stuff like that, I'm just so tickled. They over here like, we trying to figure out why all these black balls then washed up on the ocean. From my understanding, it's like waste, yeah, and some other things. But it's like, what's going on in this world? Y'all know we living in it really in the last days. They was like perfectly all molded and stuff. What's really going on around here? Man, I gotta go to the live chat. What is really going on? Brother Joseph, like, you ain't got no sense. Man, I'm telling y'all, when I see these funny headlines, I gotta share them with my brothers and sisters here at the Melchizedek Network. Family, I pray that some of you stick around and catch these two lessons I'm about to do. That one right there, unity is the only way, talking about that LGBTQ. Brothers and sisters, gonna bring out some information for you all. Yes, because you are brothers and sisters too. So we ain't trying to forget y'all. And then right after this, I'm about to do that Matthew chapter 6. I'm gonna keep it brief, y'all. It won't be a long message, but it definitely will be edifying to those that stick around right there. That part 2. So I hope you can join me. Thanks for watching, family. I will probably see you all in a few days for the Melchizedek News headlines. And again, click the like button. That's all I ask. Hey, I'm not one to ever ask you for any donation, any of these, like, you know, people that have these you can get money off of YouTube. I'm not monetized in any way. I don't need people's little Snapchats and all these little things that they do. I'm just doing the work of the Most High here to edify my brothers and sisters and bring us together. Like to say thank you for all my new followers. I am up to like 12,000 followers now. So I appreciate you, you know, stopping by and checking out my channel. And for those on Facebook, I appreciate you as well stopping by. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Peace, unity, respect, and mahalo from Maui, Hawaii. Shalom. Shalom, family. Love you all. Real love, real respect. Yes. Thank you, sister. See you there, brother girl.